Like that? Or was it like
Soul Blazer?
like that? I don't know. Either way, it's Soul Blazer. I see the Gandalf finally let us pass. Do you know in the movie it's you shall not pass, but in the book it's you cannot pass? I think shall not is an improvement. I do. You cannot pass sounds overly polite. Definitely the high one. I'm glad it glad it wasn't too phlegmy. I'm having a fruit smoothie right now. Fruit smoothie. This is looking a mite strange to me as far as the output today. I mean that looks pretty bang on right there. Maybe it's really fussing with the amount of light that comes into the camera lens. Obviously trying to get it straight and everything like that. It's rough. Fruit smoothie is good. It's a great way to get your fruit in. And we have to try to eat better once we're getting old, right? And we had a drop yesterday. Hopefully you don't have any drops today. That, of course it is, right? Waifu Tactical Force. That sounds like scraping the bottom of the barrel at Steam or something. How's it going, Cinco, James, and Sarge? Good to see you. Any other lurkers, welcome. Come on in. Happy Switch 2 launch day to you. We had a delightful time picking ours up earlier today. Got to skip the line since we were just picking up a pre-order. Didn't have to wait in this big old long line of alpha nerds or anything like that. It was great. It was a good time. My dude's all jumpy. Why is he all jumpy? You see that? You see that? Hang on here. Yeah, with a title like that, you could tell that is a bottom of the barrel Steam game. 100%. Okay, hang on. For those of you just joining, why is my dude doing this? No, for those of you just joining, we said Soul Blazer in a heavy metal voice at the start. Do you want to hear it again? I may be able to summon it up again. Let me just adjust this audio threshold. That's a little better. There we go. Hello. He's still kind of doing it. Testing. Why foo. Okay, he stopped. But yeah, it's like Soul Blazer! Like that. Oh yeah! Was that an AC/DC song? Soul Blazer! Thunder cheap. Soul Blazer and the thunder cheap. Ooh, Soul Blazer and the thunder cheap. Can you believe that band was actually successful doing this voice? Okay, now that I'm all lightheaded, let's start this game. So for those of you who don't know, this is Soul Blazer, an excellent game from Quintet. It's an action RPG. It has some city sim stuff in it. Very light, but it's still there. Sounds like one of those Nintendo eShop games. Oh, yeah, once Nintendo was like, we'll let those games on here. Let me see if I can't adjust this somehow, because it's gonna irk me if we don't have it correct. That's not gonna help anybody. You know, some days with the exact same settings, it just looks the way that it decides it's gonna look. There's not a whole lot I could do about it. That might be too dark. I don't know. If it looks too dark, or if it looks like, ugh, let me know. Expect to keep your Brian Johnson impression going for the entire stream. All dialogue in the game. That's a lot. What do I get? Other than your undivided attention every single weekday for 2 hours. Completely undivided, of course. It's okay? All right. Well, we'll try our best. Res poor vocal cords. I know by the end I'll be like, tell my children that I loved them. I don't know where to go in here. There's nowhere to go. Yeah, exciting way to start the stream off, not knowing where the heck to go. Is there anything else in here? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because it was a little teleporting thing. I got it. Still in Nintendo Switch. You get a sore throat? Wee! Like every other day in my life. Happy sore throat day. So, for those of you who did get a Nintendo Switch 2, the only issue I'm having so far, haven't played anything yet, but really Red released a girl, but just working on downloading things and transferring things. It is somewhat confusing to get the free upgrade packs for Nintendo Switch 2 editions if you have the expansion pack. So I was able to do it for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, even though it looked like it was prompting me to purchase them at full price, not for free. Unfortunately, I can't figure out how to do that for any other games, so I'm not sure if those are the only 2 free ones or not. It looks like there were a bunch of patches that went live, so there's upgrades, but then there's also upgrade packs. So some of the language there is a little strange, if that's you. I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, but I do have 2 Nintendo Switches. It is almost as good. This was a 2 Nintendo Switch house. Once my kids started getting older, I was like, all right, we're going to do the 2 Nintendo Switch thing. G-Paw. Down just a skosh. When I had the chance to put it through its paces. Tested 2 games before heading to work. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Saints Row 4. Nice. So those weren't Nintendo Switch 2 versions, right? They were just Switch 1 games running on Switch 2. Because I guess they'll get kind of natural upgrades that way. It looks like Trash and Resolution. I wonder if they're going to get those games that's actually harder to use than it looks. If they're going to get those games some Nintendo Switch 2 versions. I don't know. Ooh, hello. Red found 40 gems. That's not that great. That patches still run way better. You know what was the first thing I checked? Is how does the eShop run on the Switch 2? And it runs fantastically. For some reason, like, eShops run awful on every console I've ever used. They're always like super slow, and the system's like trying to run its own eShop. Oh, that's a little scary. You know, that's a little scary. Okay, but that's all right. Everything was a-okay. Oh, that was handy. Right there. Oh, yeah. Got ourselves our level up. Golly, today feels like such a Friday. Why did they release it on a Thursday? I don't need to go that way. Arkham Knight? Oh yeah, I saw Gene's Bayonetta 3 thing. I've never played a Bayonetta. I gotta do that eventually. Hearing they finally fixed No Man's Sky on Switch to not suck is kind of exciting. It's been a long journey for that game. I've not played it. Would love to. But I already picked up the PS5 version. Maybe I'll trade that in for the Switch 2 version. Like, I don't know that I ever had Switch 2 is going to have the definitive versions of some of these games on it. On my bingo card, but here we are. A mushroom! It does not look like a friendly mushroom. Not friend-shaped. Okay. I want to, like, send them all out at the same time. There we go. Easy peasy. That's just a shortcut back down. In it, we got to check. Yes, it is. Seems a little silly. You don't have to play Switch 2 versions of native versions run much better too. Right, I understand they added like actual new features to the Switch 2 versions of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I'm not sure what they are. I didn't follow the news super closely. Makes sense. Nintendo's never been able to figure out how the internet works, right? It's weird. This will be a weird generation, I think, with them deciding to focus on power a little bit again. Because when was the last time? Maybe GameCube, where they were like, you know what? Power's pretty cool. Until Steam Deck 2 comes out. And then we get to hear about Steam Deck 2 is Switch Killer 2. 2? What is that? What is that? What the sentient little snowball? Oh my goodness, there's 2 of them. Okay, let's just avoid those. That was odd. There's another one over there. Oh, you. There we go. We can break them. Nothing like an immortal snowball to ruin your day. Break. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. That's such a fun sound. Let's see. I'm not sure it's that much more power when you think about it. I think the boost is about what you'd hope from a generational upgrade. Yeah, I have no idea. I know people have told me it's stronger than the Steam Deck. People have told me it's not stronger than the Steam Deck. Strength, I think, is one of those things that you can skew to measure depending on your narrative. So I'm not really super concerned about that. I just, like, if the games run good, I'm cool. I'm glad they didn't come up with some new big gimmick and instead double down on power. Switch was a great gimmick. Yeah, they kept essentially the same core gimmick, right? It switches. It's a hybrid system, which I think is plenty. That satisfies a lot of people's needs in and of itself. But it would have been, awful if they'd try to reinvent the whole thing all over again, a la previous generations. So doing a Switch 2 makes a ton of sense. Hey, Trinkets is here. Long time no see. How you been? Now you, I believe you told me that you left X, so I haven't been in touch. Every day my Twitch notif says starting a new game today. Oh shoot. Let me see about fixing that. I always forget to update my go live notification. It's the only thing I can't update from OBS. So there we go. Off X, off Facebook, off Blue Sky. Well, that is great. I'm glad you're well. That seems like the sort of thing that's good for all the mental health. I don't know if you're on Discord, but you're welcome to join our Discord if you're not in there already, so we can keep in touch. Otherwise, it's good to see you here in chat again. We're finishing RPGs pretty fast. Like in about a week's time, but not that fast. That would be pretty fast. Pretty much done with socials. We're starting a different personality, but I don't know. Oh, I got you. Trapski's here as well. How's it going, Trapski? Oh, with NES Mega Man? I mean Mega Man. NES Batman. Good to see it. That's a great version of Batman as well. Okay. Let's see what we got here. For those of you unfamiliar, we're playing Soul Blazer. Everybody in chat, I assume, is familiar with this one, I think. Ugh, a snail? Not a huge fan of snails, gotta admit. Red released? Grandpa! There he is. G-Paw. It's all about just trying to find that perfectly optimal little thing. Hopefully that's not too many scan lines. It's hard to tell at different screen sizes and all that jazz. Y'all, oh my gosh, with these snowballs. This is a bogus enemy right here. The snowballs. What are the ideas for the different accounts there? I assume you're still going to be you specializing in history and stuff like that. Ooh. Red found fitted gems. Received a medical herb. Nothing. Stupid. You're so stupid. Oh, we got the magical armor. Cuts the necessary gems in half. Short game, though. Short game. We already got the best armor. I don't remember if there's a better one than this. I really don't. What else? What else? What else? So Nintendo Switch 2, my box was damaged by Best Buy. No, why you gotta do this to me? But by far from the worst that I've seen. I don't know if you saw this, but apparently a GameStop decided they were gonna staple the receipt to the Nintendo Switch 2 box, and the staple went through the tablet of the Nintendo Switch 2. Woof. Oh, we got a ways to go? All right. Well, we got good armor then. I don't remember much about how this goes. Careful about who I follow. Oh, for sure. For sure. When I started on X, I was like, I'll just follow everybody. And then quickly realized I was like, oh, this is an awful idea. Because there are people very much who should not get follows at all on social. And if you want to curate your feed, you got to watch who you follow. But I did, you know, when I started out, I did the whole follow train and stuff like that. And then over time, I'm like, I really don't need to be following this person. If it causes you stress, you have the right to curate your own feed. That's what I tell people when they're like, hey, why'd you unfollow me? I'm like, yeah, sorry, dude. You're just stressing me out. Mute button is great. Yeah, definitely. That's a simple block. So a staple thing. No, yeah, no, that's not very well thought out at all. I mean, like, yeah, not everybody's gonna keep a box, but like, try not to damage this stuff. That seems like a decent idea. Oh, this is fun. Wee, a Soul Blazer on ice. Dancing Queen. Oh, that doesn't reach all the way. Oh well, it didn't reach all the way. Are there folks on YouTube chatting? I don't believe so, because I've got a chat here that puts everything together. Oh boy, sliding ice puzzles. Yeah, there's nobody on YouTube today. I think yesterday there were a few people. Live at a GameStop to decide to staple something to a package many people like to keep in pristine condition. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Trinkets. Picked up my Switch 2 for midnight release at Best Buy. Nice. Very good. So, earlier, Trinkets, I was asking about downloading Switch 2 upgrade packs, Switch 2 editions. I got Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom for free. Are there other ones for free? Like, I was trying to figure out if the Kirby pack is free or not, because I'm not about to spend a bunch of dough on all these different upgrades if I don't have to. So it'd be nice to know, but I don't know. Not sure. Yo, do I have I have the power bracelet equipped. I think I'll prefer to use the other one. The shield bracelet. Dan, dang done it. How's it going? I think, yeah, I hope the Kirby pack is free. A launch was today, so it should be. We should have that information now. But I tried looking at it, I couldn't figure it out. Hooray, I'm back. Thank you very much. I'll give you these mushroom shoes if you return to me. You'll be able to walk on ice. Hey, nice. Some are free, but I think it comes down to what has been added. Like new modes and stuff. Okay. So, and then Tears of the Kingdom, they added like a whole new map thing. As I understand it. I don't know. But yeah, that, and then now there's you know, oh, what is it? Like Nintendo Switch 2 patches, so it's confusing as to what's what, really. That's all. That's my only issue with it so far, but I think I'll be able to figure that out. Oh yeah. I'm watching over the world. Here, take this. Red received XP. Would you like to return to the location of the Mountain of Souls? Let's go back, because then we could get our mushroom shoes. Oh, the Switch 2 version isn't out until August? Well, then what could I pay for today? It was a pre-order? I don't think I noticed that. I beg your pardon. I didn't realize. Pizza Pringles. I believe some are free, but I think it comes down on what has been added. Oh, I just read that. Some phone app? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to explore. There's a lot to explore. It's a pre-order. Got it. Switchy has a Kirby has a new world. So it's like a DLC / new version thing. Got it.
This is where the Mountain of Souls exists. It's quite warm inside the mountain.
Thanks, lady. And now this guy.
I will give you my mushroom shoes. There is snail goo on the bottom of these. If you wear these, you will not slip on the ice. You will still slip on the slopes, though.
Red received mushroom shoes. Disgusting. With snail slime on the bottom. Huh. Oh, these guys.
We were really happy just gazing at each other. But I may get old soon. Maybe I should search for someone new.
Oh, how tragic.
My wife was able to use magic at one time.
And this guy.
My, it's rare to see someone new. Please, come into my room.
Trying to go for like a Rankin and Bass. Here comes Santa Claus. The elves.
Please, sit right next to me.
Right here? Please sit right in front of me. I got it. Right here. I was standing.
I have so many questions about human beings. Would you like to discuss them with me?
That's it? That's all you got? Give me something a little more important than that, broski. No? Nothing. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 upgrades are free. You go to the eShop. There's a separate download button from the purchase button if you have the expansion. A little confusing, but yeah. So, I don't know. Let's see. Probably grab it. Forgotten Land's best mainline Kirby. I didn't finish it. I loved it, but didn't finish it. It was great. Download GameCube. I got that too. BT Dubs, those of you who may be interested, the Pixels is always looking for new writers. And I would love to find a host of new writers to help cover Nintendo Switch 2 content. So if you'd like to write reviews and you were looking for a publication, reach out to me. There's my email on the join page on the website. That's pixels.com, the-pixels.com. These creatures grow very fast. They become adults within half a year. Get married, have children, and pass away in a year. They never feel their lives are too short. They enjoy each moment. Oh, so sentimental here. Quintet, always that way. Oh, snails.
We are snail jockeys. This snail is called Legend.
Nasty. But... Alright, what else is there to do? Did I go this way? No, there's nothing there. Okay, well, we got the mushroom shoes. That's all. I have a weird thing where I think a lot of older systems... Yeah, I prefer... I mean, well, here I am playing it on a CRT. Obviously, I prefer the look of the original as best as possible. The thing that bugs me is sprite smoothing. Oh my gosh, whenever I see that, I'm just like, what were you thinking? Looks awful. Artificial sprite smoothing. Blech, blech, blech. Speaking of, did you all see the Final Fantasy Tactics is getting a remake? The enhanced version, quote-unquote, does have the smoothing on. But good news is they included the original version as well, which I think, in my view, should be the standard move. They should always include the oh my gosh, the original version where possible. I did not watch the state of play because usually those are boring as heck. Usually they're like, hey, remember that game we announced 5 years ago? Here's a trailer for it. It's coming out in another 2 years. And I'm like, well, that's not that exciting. So, but turns out I should have seen it because it had that awesome thing. Okay, yeah, now we can move around freely. So that'll be nice. See if there's anything else here that I missed now. Let's go ahead and take care of these broskies. Sure, I'll take the gems. Yeah, I'm not super into Marvel or fighting games, but it did look nice. There's a new Suda 51 game. There was. I don't recall what it was called. But yeah, they saved like the best state of play in years. For the day before Nintendo got a new console launched. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and the Tactics remake looks like it doesn't have the PSP content, which is kind of odd that they would do that. I had a colleague the other day express that Square Enix is not great at providing a welcome temper, providing a definitive version of their ports, and that would seem to check out if they don't include the extra War of the Lions content. Something would also give me pause too. I guess in the enhanced version, there is a. Oh, there we go. I gotta go over there. There is some story adjustments, I think was the phrasing, and I really I really am very skeptical of Square Enix handling story adjustments well. Red releases Grandma. Oh, now we got the two Nana and Papa together. Hey, Cap Supreme over on YouTube. How's it going? Romeo is a dead man. Okay, see, I haven't even heard the title of it. Looked very Uncharted Waters-ish. Oh yeah, new Bloodstain. I never finished that. Oh, did they show the 007 game? Because I would like to play that. But it looks like it's AI art all over the place. No. Definitely had the indie jank that made it feel lesser. And you know how some people are with jank, though? They're like, oh, jank makes it better. I'm not one of those people. But I would agree. Bloodstained looked like it was like, to me, it looked like a combination of like 3 or 4 different games just Frankenstein together visually. I would like to see a smoother presentation for that as well. Tactics, top fave of mine, but not very excited for this re-release. Oh, why is that? I enjoy Tactics, and it's good to see it re-released, specifically with the classic version intact. If it was just the enhanced version, I'd be a little more skeptical. Excited to see more about Pragmata. I don't recall seeing that one before. Showed a video of the 007 game. We saw a moment of gameplay. Oh, phooey. Gameplay trailers are where it's at. I know Geoff got in trouble yesterday for claiming something was in engine when it wasn't, or something like that. Did you all catch that? I don't know if you did. I don't really care about such things anyway. Okay, there's another little teleporter right there that didn't go inactive. So we gotta see if there's another enemy in this area. Oh, there's a snowball. 2 snowballs. Can't be those. That would be silly. Nothing that way. Played enough times, I'd really rather see FF Tactics 2. I wonder if Square Enix could pull off an FF Tactics 2. I would think the best case scenario if they did a sequel would be not make it a continuation of the story. Great thing about Tactics 1 is it's compact. It's its own thing. I'd be afraid they'd try to MCU that crap. But that's just me being apprehensive. Oh, there we go. I was like, what is... Why is nothing coming out of this thing? How am I liking Soul Blazer? Soul Blazy is an old favorite. I love Soul Blazer. I really do. Alright, so that was just a shortcut. A detour. A shortcut. And that's it? That's it? I believe that's it. Alright, let's go on to the next one. I really love this game. I think I enjoy Soul Blazer more than Illusion of Gaia. Illusion of Gaia had a lot of story. Oh, look at that! That icicle effect there at the top, super unnecessary, but that's rad as heck. That looks so cool. Love it. But yeah, Gaia has more story, but it's a pretty clunky story, really. It's got a lot of localization issues, and then things sort of just happen. But like all Quintet games, it's very sentimental. That's a word we've been using to describe this quite a bit. Very poignant. Oh, I didn't remember what that does. Let's go up here. Goose. Every RPG needs a slime monster. Every single one. Name an RPG that does not have a slime monster. You can't. You can't. No, you probably can. I don't know. Yeah, it would really depend on who did it. If they had Tactics 2. I just want to double check something here. I think absolutely Matsuno would need to be involved. The ogre guy, the ogre battle guy. Because if not, then it's just a late thing. Oh, yeah. No, I am super confident I would love Terranigma. Absolutely, I would love it. Yeah, CGI trailers. Give me a gameplay trailer. You know, otherwise, like, I'm looking at a cutscene that might not even be in the game. Traveling to UK. Find an original copy of Terranigma. Nice. Oh, you have the PAL adapter. That's great. They're not too expensive online too, but obviously if you get one that that is from the actual place, from an actual person, that's cool. That'd be rad. I thought about going that route. I wound up going the repro route because it was a little cheaper. But I had to ask around to get somebody to put the Might and Magic 2 ROM onto a North American cart for me. Nobody had that game listed. And there are a lot of websites that falsely claim that Terranigma is the only RPG for this system that we didn't get here in North America. So I'm not sure what to make of that. I'm not sure what to make of Might and Magic at all. Never mind, you know, PAL only Might and Magic 2. But it's weird. Why did we not get Might and Magic 2, but we got Might and Magic 3? I don't know. What is ROMs with a Z? Never heard this before. Please, by all means, shove your religion down my throat. Red released a mushroom. Hey, there it is. He's a little more friendly than the other one. That one did look friendly. Okay, let's see what we got down south now. And it looks like it's going to be several corridors. We'll just start from the right side. Yeah, whatever. Oh, okay. It just shoots you? Alright, so that one's over there. Let's go. Well, let me see. That's a dead end, so we'll go down the middle. I don't know. It was completely different in Japan. I have no idea at all. Zero clue. The NTSC Patched Pal ROM in a Super Famicom cart. It's like you went the other way. You went in reverse. I don't know why that reminds me of like the full circle of the Draken sequel, Dragon View, and it just does. So what's the story, Dan, with Might and Magic 2, the one that was different in Japan? What different? How did they change it? Is it a localization issue? Red released a girl. There she is. Cute. Does that work on those? It does. Okay, that's good to know. Or we can avoid that. I don't care for these bats.
I did not care for the Godfather.
There we go. Least favorite enemy. Oh, thank goodness, not more bats. I don't mind the wizards so much. Red released another snail. Correctly, the English version wasn't a localization, was from the ground up entirely different game. It was that or one of the Ultima games on SNES. Okay. So I know that Runes of Virtue 2 for Ultima is a port of the Game Boy game. But I don't know if if any of the Might and Magics are something like that. It's a weird time to research RPGs from that era because you never know. You know, some of the information could be really difficult to verify and all that jazz. Have either of you played Might and Magic 2? Hello, Red, and hello, chat. Hello, Baron Redwing. Baron, Red, Baron, chat, Baron, chat. I've not even popped that one on to see what it looks like. But I have seen screenshots. Don't look great. Don't believe you played it. I don't know. Some of those hardcore old school CRPGs give me a little bit of apprehension as to how difficult it might be to actually play those. I gotta hold on to the fact that I did enjoy Eye of the Beholder and Dungeon Master for the most part. I played that one off stream. Dungeon Master had this weird thing where if you bumped a wall, he would take damage. And he's like you're walking down narrow corridors. Eye of the Beholder on GBA, I haven't played that one. How different is it from the console version? The Super Nintendo version, specifically. Because there's no other consoles that have it. Like these quintet sound effects. Yes, bleeps and bloops. It reminds you that it's a game, you know? You know what I'm saying? I should have moved before I did that. And some of the sound effects are also shared by ActRaiser for obvious reasons. Same dev and all that. So, but yeah, you gotta love the classicness of it. There we go. Those guys are surprisingly difficult to hit. So of course there's a billion of them. I'm not mistaken, I think it was a pretty direct port with only very minor quality of life improvements. Okay. So it was still a first-person dungeon crawler and everything like that. Got another dude. Okay, I want to run something past you guys. Let me know if you like it looking like this. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll wait until we get back to the village to do this. There's gonna be two different ways. One has more prominent banding, and I'm not sure how great that is to look at. I personally don't like seeing as much banding as you can get with this technique of filming. Oh, here we go. Perfect timing. But some of the coloration and lighting looks pretty bad with this. Okay, so let me show you here. So we'll try to do two different things. Hopefully this doesn't freak out, because sometimes it does. Okay, now let me turn this down. There, so like that. You've got more prominent banding like that, but that's actually closer to what the TV looks like. That's a little too dark. Right around there. As opposed to how it was. Is that too distracting? Like, the colors are way more accurate. Way more accurate. It was like bleached on the other one. Look, you can even really see like the two-tone on the text there. Just watching it, you don't mind it so much? Yeah, anybody else? I mean, let me know. Maybe just like a preference thing. I know we're waiting for the race to start. I'm going to win this race. And I already talked to that guy as a legend or some balonies. All right, let's go see if there's any other of those little elfin dwarves here. Oh, Nana.
Oh, honey, I can still use magic. Look.
Oh, hello. I'll tell you a secret. If you see a sleeping mushroom, return to the same place you saw in its dream.
You see?
All right, neat. Oh, this guy.
Make sure you search Le Nole very carefully. If you move too fast, you may overlook things.
That's good advice. So I can. It doesn't improve it, though. This is actually the best that you can get. I'd read somewhere that the shutter speed needs to be 1 over 30. This is set to 33. Let me show you just for the sake of interest. This is 100. Which obviously that's unwatchable. Flat out. That's 50. In that case, you get lighter lines, and so you'd have to brighten up the image. We were on 30. This is 15. Same thing, you're getting lighter spots. Oh, hang on, it didn't change. Okay. That's 15, and then there's actually a ton of blur too, because it's too small. So really, this is your best bet for this app, and this is iPhone to OBS plugin, which has sort of like standard increments that you can adjust the shutter speed to. My eventual goal will be to buy a camera that will be able to connect to the computer that I can film the TV live just like this, that has incremental shutter speed that I can adjust in very, very small increments. Because I feel like if I could get between this or that, it would actually look pretty good. But yeah, right now I don't know. I'm gonna revert here. Oh, that's way too much. Oh, now it's all flashy. There you go. Oh, why is it doing that? I might have screwed it up. Alright, so we're gonna go with this one today then. Should try an Android. I should try an Android. Then I'd have to get a different app. And I paid for this one already. But I didn't think to try an Android. Looks good both ways with the banding and with a slight color bleed. Yeah, I don't know why the color irritates me so much. But we'll leave the banding on if it's not bothering anybody too much. Let me just brighten this up just a skosh. Right around there. Something like that. Weak. This snail always wants me to walk with it. Where shall we go today? Oh, I don't like that the snail says weak. I don't like snails. Where are they going, though? Is it going to be somewhere special? This is our vehicle. Data from Mega Man Legends, the dancing monkey. Kind of fun to watch the banding when it stands up. Maybe it'll have a hypnotic effect. When we move, it's a little weird, huh? I guess that's it. He just does laps around the pool and things. All the jockeys are here and the racetrack is finally finished. We're going to start the race. Why don't you come along? I think I will. Oh, look at her go. On your mark? Well, everyone's on the mark. Okay, are you ready? Get set. Go. Oh, yeah, look at him go. And the first one in the squad. Oh, that doesn't seem very fair. Obviously, the guy that didn't have to move from the wall. I don't know if we actually do need to watch this. Would I personally ride a snail? I would not. I would rather die. I could be arranged. than ride a snail. Should say a human-sized snail. Can you imagine? I don't even want to think about it. Did you see Peter Jackson's King Kong? There's like a part where a guy gets eaten by a mealworm. One of the sickest I've ever been in a movie theater. One of the times I've ever been as sick. No, like just ready to throw up. A giant snail hater. It's true. It's true. I happily. All right, and they're back to the finish line. It just says, all right. Come on now. Does this end? Or what? How many laps are they doing? I think they're just going to go around. This is where the Mountain of Souls exists. It is quite warm inside the mountain. Snaily 500. I'm not going to watch this anymore. I'm starting to become ill. There's a guy over there, but I don't know how to get to him. So I think we'll go back into the mountain. But that guy was cheating. That's more exciting than Mario Kart World. Super Mario Galaxy. When I was at Best Buy this morning to pick up the Switch 2, they started playing Mario music, and like the staff had a little chuckle when came on. I was like, oh, they do care. People at Best Buy know what's up. Leave me alone. Singing snowballs. Oh yeah, what is the taste of the Switch 2 Snowball? I don't know. A Snowball cartridge. I don't know actually. I really don't. How do I feel about house centipedes? I've been bitten by a centipede, so yeah, I do not care. Do not care for centipedes. Check. Yeah, I don't have a physical cart yet either, so I'll have to let you know about that later at some point. That was a huge thing during Switch 1. I actually did tests because I found out that older people had like people over 50, let's say, had a hard time tasting the cartridge flavor, which that's to their benefit because it's pretty awful. But I did a bunch of tests with different people, and yeah, I totally found that on average, people over 50 could not taste a cart. And I didn't tell them that they were all tasting the same cart until after. It's just the kind of guy I am. House centipedes cannot bite you, but they do look like somebody staples 4 spiders together. Woof. Did you get berated for suggesting Final Fantasy Tactics 2 would have been more exciting? Did he say that? If he did, I missed it. Made sure not to wash it. Oh, no, I did wash it. Yeah, we washed it. Birdie Bots flavor? Red made a great point that Square Enix doesn't have the chops to do a sequel well. Yeah, there's plenty of precedent for that. Hey-oh, what's up, Top Hat Skull? How are you? Still a hat? Still a skull? Hope you're doing well. Oh, it's a Harry Potter reference. I've actually never seen that, and it's one of the things that the wife and I plan to watch through. I think the ship has sailed for me going through the books. Plus, I've still got a ton of Tolkien to get through. But yeah, I got to see the movies at some point. I guess before they remake them, so I can be mad about the remake. I think I'd mentioned previously that I am... Oh, Inside? Okay. That I'm reading through Tolkien's Lost World right now. That one was one that was released by Christopher Tolkien, his son. And that's his time travel story, which is real weird. Like, when you think of time travel, you're like, yeah, go back to the time of the dinosaurs, or the future, because there'll be robots, or something like that. And instead, it's like a guy who keeps having recurring dreams about an Atlantis-type place. And eventually, in the dream, he's basically summoned to that place. And it's an unfinished story because J.R.R. Tolkien. And he eventually winds up in Numenor, which is supposed to tie it to the real-world Atlantean fable. A very roundabout way. Not super enjoying it. I would think I'd love to read something that's specifically attached to Middle-earth, but I've never read it before, so that's what I'm doing. We already got 2 Final Fantasy Tactics sequels. I see that winky face. Only Tactics Advance. Square Peebus did an Final Fantasy Tactics sequel. Now they probably make it a Soulsborne. Yeah, they'd probably be like, nobody plays tactics games anymore. Gotta go back to work. Hey, thanks for popping in, Captain Supreme. I appreciate you stopping by on your break. Yeah, what's What's the worst book you've ever finished? Like the whole thing. For me, it was Wuthering Heights. That was a rough book to get through. And I read that thing for pleasure. And then got to the end and was like, there was no pleasure to be found. Mr. Temper. ROMs. They already screwed up their first try at sequels. Oh, yeah. I didn't finish Tactics Advance. I'd love to at some stage, but I was like, this is like never-ending story, but extremely like confining. I don't know. Thomas Covenant series. Are you threw away the books? Yeah, Wuthering Heights. I was like, turns out you can write a book with no likable characters at all. Yeah. There is some classic authors where I'm like, how do they get to become classic authors? I don't know. Really. The last stitch goes through the nose. Nice reference. Somebody actually knows. Have you read it? I don't know if you've actually read it. I've met some people who've read it. I had back in California, wife and I had a friend who she was like notoriously would not cry for anything in terms of entertainment. Read my book and was like, you know what, you almost got me in the end. I was like, darn it, I'll just have to try harder. It's short. A lot of people have read it in a day. Lucky Blade. Ooh, a new weapon. The chance of getting larger gems increases. Can I kill the enemies now? I don't know. Fantasy series where the main character is insufferable. Oh, and the Thomas Covenant? Complaining about his health? That doesn't sound like great. I don't know that I've ever heard of House of Leaves. Glad to know I'm among readers. Lucky Blade. What do I got to do with this? What do I got to do with this? Where is anything? These little ice flowers keep coming back. You know what? I am going to check. Well, first of all, we haven't saved for a while, so let me go ahead and do that. We've been having storms recently, so it would be a darn shame if the game reset or whatever because of the storm. And let's move here. Move. There we go. It's this way. Couldn't remember for a second. No, still? Dang, y'all. Dang. Alright. Thought it was just a sword. Couldn't remember what it was. Now we know. You go for a storm, and half the country is experiencing some storms, so odds are pretty high that you'll get one. A page turner, huh? Last page turner I read was C.S. Lewis's Till We Have Faces, which I think is a great title too. There's a little body horror in there. Till We Have Faces by C.S. Lewis. I don't know if you've ever heard C.S. Lewis talk on one of his voice recordings, but he sounds super English. He's like, y'all. No, just kidding. He doesn't say y'all. He sounds extremely English. You did not date a chick named Paige Turner. And not only is it difficult to imagine that you dated anybody, but Paige Turner? Come on. There's no way. There's no way. Paige Turner. This is the screw tape levers. I've actually not read them. They're probably the most famous work by him that I have not read. I've read a lot of his work, but not that one. They regularly do theater dramatizations of Screwtape Letters, though. But I don't think I've ever seen a movie. This passage leads to the
underground lake Loon. Well, let's just go and see what is in the Loon Lake.
Okay, it's this. I think there's more people to talk about. I was very mean. I am very mean. This is all part of you earning back your trust points. I have to give you your just desserts. And that's how it works.
Can you believe this old man?
Oh, this is a snail talking? There you go. Time is very important. He's dreaming about the Final Fantasy Tactics Collector's Edition that doesn't even include a game. It's super overpriced because it has a dumb statue in it. Red place dream rod on the old man. Here we go.
I will not leave you and go off to other places, I promise. As proof of my promise, I buried my belongings in the Aurora Ridge. The magic armor, 50 gems, and 1 medical herb. I hope someone will find them.
Me. I found them.
Oops, I must have fallen asleep. I was dreaming of my childhood. 5 minutes ago.
Because they age super fast. That's the thing that they do. There's a prison over there. Well, there are no actual bad people. I guess it is just a punishment room.
There's a sword called Lucky Blade somewhere in Lenore. It is said that monsters will leave larger gems.
There are no bad people. That's what they said. Nice themed deck of cards. Oh, that's cool. Let me see. What have I not caught on? How would they even do that in theater dramatization? It's typically a monologue. So there's somebody pretending to be the writer addressing Wormwood. I've seen a couple theater presentations of monologues. It's surprisingly captivating. Just watching one guy doing like a solo a solo presentation. Attempt at reading the book Train Spotting was painful, really. It is written in a Scottish accent? Like, do they say canna instead of like cannot? Like, I didn't know, laddie. Like, do they write like that in the thing? That'd be weird. It would take some work. Yeah, Lewis did some good stuff. He did. As a DM, I feel like I could write from the villain's perspective for ages. Maybe you could write Screwtape Letters 2, the Squeakquel. What is a prison but a longer-term punishment room? Yeah, there it is. Right there. There it is, right? All right. Here we go. Let's shoot up here and see what they got. I don't know how I feel about this dungeon track. I really liked the first dungeon track quite a lot. Oh, there's a thing here. Wizard. One more. Come on now. Oh, even more. Oh, he turned around from behind me. Get him. All right, we got him. We got him. Yeah, I like the soundtrack on this game too. I don't know that I like it. I like all the tracks equally. But I do like it quite a bit. We'll go ahead and put the shield bracelet back on. What do we have here? I just wait for them all to come out and do their thing. Boom, baby. It is a read received rotator. What does that do? Rotator. Is it a new? Oh, it is a new spell. A light ring will rotate around you. I don't remember this at all. Oh, you like hold it down. Hey, I like that. That's pretty rad. Pretty rad. Or you were just going to ask if I have the spell? Just picked it up just now. So we are good to go. Quote from the train spotting book, for example. The sweat was lashing o' face, sick boy. He was trembling. That's impossible to read. I could not imagine reading the whole book like that. He was bringing me down. He bringing me down? Dang. It's like Uncle Scrooge autobiography right here. Rotator. It's that sound effect. You like that? That's cool. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful. Who wrote that? Did a Scottish person write that, or was like, why would you do that? I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's any reason to do that. I should write an entire book in pidgin English. Oh, Lord of the Rings pidgin translation. So the short guy, he went get the kind ring, the one ring. They only get one, you know. And he gotta take him all the way, hoof him all the way over to Mount Doom. And when he stay going by, then he get almost 10 guys for go with him. All the way over to Mount Doom, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna see about this. There should be a pidgin translation of Lord of the Rings. The definitive fantasy. The catalyst for the fantasy genre. I could have reached him. I don't know about that time. Okay, right there. There we go. Oh, another one? Phooey. Oh yeah, just for the tiniest little shortcut. Irvine Welsh. Was a big success. The book was a success? How? It was bringing me Dune. It's kind of a great book, great movie. Ray, how's it going? You missed the stream again? Well, here you are. Here you are, Ray. So, how you been? How are you? Remember yesterday's one. Oh, I appreciate rewatching the old ones. Thanks very much. Tell your friends. Tell your parents. Tell your kids. Wife's an avid reader shows you something written like that too. It's from an ogre's perspective. That sounds like millennial genre fiction, maybe even fan fiction. Yeah, it's enough, or just limit it to their dialogue. But like, I don't know about doing a whole book in that. That sounds like a bad choice. Just terrible. Remember the original novel that Shrek films are very loosely based on. I did not know that the Shrek films were based on novels, actually. I'm glad we're talking about books. Have you ever read Watership Down? Imagine if the rabbits in Watership Down all sounded like rabbits and the entire book was written like... That'd get old pretty fast. But fortunately, it's written in English, readable English, and it's good. It's good stuff. But don't watch watch the movie if you like animated horror, because wow. I mean, the book is scary, but the movie is like something else. The movie's like terrifying, mostly because the animation. You know, they show you like rabbits being gassed in burrows and stuff like that. And rabbits fighting and bleeding all over the place. That movie is criminal, yeah. But I know, yeah. I love the book. I love the book. Very on the fence about the movie. The movie's got some creepy stuff into it. Talking about Beowulf. Oh, Watership Down. Watership Down we're talking about. Let's see. Really good classic interactive fiction game called Lost Pig and Place Underground. Dumb Orc's perspective. Yeah, it seems like that would fit that better. Like a game written from an Orc's perspective. I don't know if I could read a novel written from an Orc's perspective. Like imagine like the three trolls. Like The Hobbit, but from the perspective of Bilbo's three trolls.
And like, cool blimey, so anyway, we was getting the mutton to eat, and what's that, Bert? I can't believe you're gonna talk.
Like a whole thing written like that? I don't think so. Couldn't be done. That reminds me, I'm listening to Andy Serkis's audiobook for The Hobbit right now, and his voices are great. His voices are really good. He does like a variety of different voices for the dwarves. We just got past his troll bit. He did a better job with the cool blimey troll thing than I did. Let's see. Beowulf was fascinating to read in its original form. Yes. Did you read it in Old English? I read the English translation of the Old English a couple times. I like Beowulf. I do. That was a little tricky to use. There we are. Oh, is he in Clair Obscur? Oh, you read it in Old English. Do you read Old English on the regular, or you just made an exception for this one? Oh, I don't think I ever saw the cartoon series, but understandably they toned that thing down. Because, yeah, Watership Down. How about Plague Dogs? That's another one from, I believe, no, Richard Adams. No, Douglas Adams is the guy who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide, right? Richard Adams, I believe, is the guy who wrote Plague Dogs and a couple other books in Watership Down. Pretty sure. Where'd he go? There he is. Where is he? Oh my gosh, more? I totally thought that was going to come up in that direction. Oh, and it did not. It did not. Got him. All three. Boom. I'm getting myself a little lost here. Getting myself a little lost, I am. Oh my. Oh my. The book with the modern translation was already checked out. I had to read it that way for an assignment. Oh. I gotcha. I gotcha. How about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight? Anybody read that one? I've read, I forget who the translator was, and then I read Tolkien did a thing. It was perfect right here. Boom. That's fun. Yeah, single play. You know what? I feel you on that. There's always going to be the hype train right away. I want somebody to tell me Clair Obscur is good next year. Because people are going to say it's good now. But, you know, are we still going to be talking about it next year? 10 years from now? 15 years from now? It might be great. I'd love to try it. But the hype cycle has very high peaks, but they're very narrow peaks in the video game industry. Like, I don't know anybody talking about Metaphor right now. Okay, now let's Julian down here. There's gonna be some more of these little bats. Okay, now. There we go. That took a while. Yeah, I bet those two games will probably be pretty affordable in a little bit. I usually tell people I'm drowning in RPGs right now, so not in a huge rush to play either of those. A couple people have told me to stop playing these games and move on to playing those, but I gotta finish my series. You know, we're not gonna bail on it. The Koei curse only extends so far. Oh, need that. I could dig this track. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, I like when they all are out at the same time. Makes it much easier to hunt them all down. More bats? Why bats, sir? Bats frighten me. Oh, it's slimes. I like slimes. Slimes are harmless. I think Clair Obscure will fall off. Yeah, I wonder. When are you playing every RPG on? I'd love to play PS1. I don't know about doing the sharp ones. I don't know if I want to play Lagoon again anytime soon. Well, you know what? We gotta play all the Vectrex RPGs at some point. Best forgotten RPG from 2025, and it'll turn out to be one of the most lauded ones, right? That's like the whole banned books thing that I was going off on not too long ago. Like, banned books, buy them here, now on discount. Like, something wrong here. Banned books in some place, in some specific area in time. Okay. I don't remember what's all going on here. Okay, we gotta move down. Got it. Oh, which side? Oh, no fair. It switched. Switched on me. How are you supposed to not get hit by that? Okay, let me make sure what we got. We got a bunch of stuff. If I can get your banned book on Amazon, it's not right. It seems a little like banned book that you can easily walk into literally any bookstore and see a ton of fanfare for. Seems like banned book is a marketing ploy, if you ask me. If you do ask me, and I know they're not. If everybody was a little more skeptical of marketing, the world would be a happier place. Blueprints. You've been going off about that. I really want to play Blueprints at some point. I would enjoy that, I think. The PS1 had like 1.5 RPGs on there. Final Fantasy VII and Chrono Cross, which is half of an RPG. And that's it. That's all of them. There's one thing the PS1 was known for. Surely not. Yeah, imagine big companies just brazenly trying to get your dollar. Could you imagine? Favorite game since Homie Night? Oh, okay. I mean, every time you typo a game, I'm like, this could be a game. Cinco plays pulling him out of his hat all the time. Play Homie Night. Moo, how's it going? Aegis, how the heck are you? Welcome to the chat. Let me take a hat. And then your head I'll pat daintily. Okay, we got to do this boss fight here. I don't know how to find like a good spot to actually hit this thing. I will probably bite the dust here first. Oh, right in the middle. Right in the middle, huh? Okay. So then, just like that. I got hit by it anyway. You know what? A little more space to avoid stuff down here would be appreciated. I think one more hit, and then I'll go ahead and put on my, I think we could probably take another hit. Go ahead and put on my medicinal herb after that. No, we could take another hit. We could take it. We could take it. You gotta be right in the middle. Oh, I got hit by that. Oh, no, he died there. So many real games sound like typos or jokes. No kidding. They really do. Was it like Various Day Life? How is that not a meme? How is this an actual game? Another one bites the dust. Yeah, all day long. Hey, wait, this isn't a Homie Night. Oh, you'd have to save that for next time. Hubris. You gotta get the chutzpah in there. Hubris. Yeah, what was there? There was like a really long game title. Let me see. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. The Nier Automata or Nier Replicant version 1.224746. Yeah. On and on. There is an indie. Oh, milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk and milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk. What in the world? I can't read that one on stream. Cthulhu Saves the World Super Hyper Enhanced Championship Edition Alpha Diamond DX Plus Alpha FES HD Premium Enhanced Game of the Year's Collector's Edition without avatars. Brilliant. But there's one about dungeons. It was an indie game. I can't recall the title for it. Sometimes to deal with the difficulty of being alive, I need to believe there is a possibility that life is not real, is the name of a Steam game. Wow, so that exists. That exists. Mega Man 2, eh? Is it wrong to pick up girls in dungeons? That's pretty lengthy. Is that a title, Baron? You know what? We'll clear the monsters afterwards because I don't need to worry about that. Let me see what we got on. We got on all the good stuff. Let's fight a giant mermaid. This is Cala Maria. Trying to get up there. It's not cool. Oh, it's too far to the side. Darn it. Yeah, trying to get not hit by that. That's the one. Ah, no. Ah, you. You know what? What do you think? Half damage or double power? What would you use on here? There's an Ouya game called Babalabba. Oh, you shared that the other day, didn't you? That's ridiculous. That's just noise. Let their cat step on the keyboard. Oh, see, that's mean. I had the audacity to complain about me being mean earlier. Terrible. And sad. But mostly terrible. You know what? I'd love to watch Ninja Temper stream so I can heckle him for once. Have you ever thought about streaming? Anybody in here that does not stream, have you ever thought about streaming? Let's try this for a minute. Boy, this is the one. Boy, this is the one. Oh yeah, we can get in some decent smacks with this double power. We haven't even used our medicinal herb yet. Oh, come on now. Surely you can't believe we got hit by that. Can believe it. But don't call me Shirley. Hey, props to that background department too. That's a nice little psychedelic background there. Oh, I thought I was gonna get hit that time, but it turns out I didn't. Ah. I don't like when he goes to the middle. I don't like it. Phooey, you know what? We're not going to risk nothing. Just drop this medicinal herb right there. Can't not get hit by that, apparently. It's on, right? Yeah, it's on. Oh, it is on, dude. Ah, went the wrong way. Okay. Hey now, don't dream it's over. There we go. It is over. Let's see. Oh, you all chatty. I missed a ton of stuff here. Let me see. Full power all the time. You guys both have this snootiness going on here. You don't need to take half damage. You just don't get hit. I should have read that in the voice. I'm going to start streaming when you get a house. Alright. Yeah, pro tip, have a house before you start streaming. Streaming out a cardboard box is pretty difficult. I have thought about it. Should get the proper equipment. I'm a good mic, but need a solid PC capture card. You don't really. PC capture cards, capture cards. Just streaming off an old laptop. You could do it. I'm sure you got one of those. You got a Mister. Doesn't that thing have, like, the ability to beam streams into space or something? Expect to be banned in a week. You might get muted, but we'll see. I keep telling myself I'm going to do it more than I do one and get busy for like 2 or 3 months. I understand that. I do. One opportunity to do Frank Caliendo inspired presidential impressions. You should do. Yeah, you don't need high-tech stuff. And really, if you watch, like, you know, before I started streaming, I was going around kind of collecting resources and advice and stuff like that. All the YouTubers are like, you know what you got to do? Buy this $500 piece of equipment. It's no problem. It's going to be great. And, it's expensive. It's a drain. Use what you got. People will put up with anything. Look at you people put up with me filming a CRT for crying out loud. Can you attach like a computer monitor to a Mister? I wonder if you could eliminate the capture card at all. I hated using a capture card, by the way. I think the capture card that I had from Elgato was extremely unreliable. Some days it would work, some days it wouldn't work. I'd have to plug it in, unplug it, plug it in, unplug it, and then it would work. It's perfect for streaming retro because you could do analog video at the same time. You get a cheap capture device for literally $10. Yeah, and the Elgato is stupid. What a dumb device. Still have to get it to Twitch or whatever. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, you could get cheap mics too. Like, I would recommend. So I had a Blue Yeti. I did not like the sound quality of the Blue Yeti mic. It kind of sounded like this to me when people use a Blue Yeti mic. So I use an XLR, which those are really cheap. It's like $5 for an XLR mic. And then the cost is just getting a box that will convert the XLR feed into USB that you can plug into your computer. So, let's see. You could attach anything you want to Mister. You could attach a satellite to Mister and beam down a laser to carve new Nazca lines to Mister. Yeah, it doesn't go over 720. You have a Shure microphone? I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. I did have a Yeti, though. Wasn't super impressed today.
King, are you okay?
King doing fine. He's doing fine. He's doing king stuff. All right, well, we cruised through this. That was fairly easy stuff. What time is it? It takes about an hour and a half, I guess, to get through an area. We'll tidy up here, see if I missed anything. Anything important? Oh, no, my gems are gone. My gemus, they're gone. That's too bad. But I don't think it matters too much because I don't care. Let's go see the king. Yeah, and then 2 table standing microphones are gonna pick up all the like the banging and tapping. So you want to get a crane. Obviously, all this stuff can add up. You could do, like, I've seen people stream with just those little like collar clip microphones. Whatever. Not even hidden gems anymore. Just gone gems, disappeared gems, unseen gems. What? Oh, yeah. When I got a Blue Yeti mic, it actually came in a game bundle that was on sale. I think it was Watch Dogs. What I did is I sold the game that was in the bundle, which paid for like 80% of the bundle's cost. So I got the mic for like super cheap. Because that's the kind of cheater I am. Cheater.
I am a magician. If you collect the Master's 3 symbols, I will call the Phoenix. I am a magician. If you collect the Master's 3 symbols, I will call the Phoenix.
Which one of you is a magician?
You saved me. Thank you very much. I treated the snail Nome very poorly. I would not trust all the things Nome was saying. He told me monsters would invade our town. I put him in prison. See, Nome, I believe you will find what you are looking for. By the way, have you heard of the Phoenix? Whoever collects the Master's 3 symbols, the red-hot mirror, the red-hot ball, and the red-hot stick, shall have the Phoenix help them. That person will inherit the strongest power. But if you collect them all, bring them to me.
All right, Jefe. We'll do that. Let's go to El prison down here. I don't know the Spanish word for prison. Guantanamo. We're just going to head down over here. Oh, yeah, there he is. My name is Nome. I used to live in Dr. Leo's house. Dr. Leo was asked by King Magrid to build a machine that would call upon evil. Because he refused, he was taken to Magritte Castle. He secretly gave us 4 stones and told us to run away. Those stones are keys to the world of evil. The other stones are in Dr. Leo's laboratory and in the castle of Magritte. Here, take this silver stone and hurry to the laboratory where Dr. Leo was held. So now we have the blue stone, the silver stone, the green stone, and the brown stone.
The king has spoken of you. The snail is over there. Snail over there is Nome.
There's a house in the desert to mechanical monsters that cannot be defeated by normal swords exist there. I need my sword to not be normal. Mushroom dream. Let's see what mushrooms dream of. Do mushrooms dream of electric spores? Find out. Dr. Leo is the main character in ActRaiser 2. The name of the angel is Dr. Leo. Cinco! Oh, I'll take that blue mage. I kind of want to switch that from Cecil. I don't like Cecil that much. So, I got to figure out something else for that. Maybe I'll do like the dancing, like red or whatever. Michael Jackson. Okay, this is my hometown. The mountain winds carried my spores, and now we live there. There's a green mage. I don't remember what that does. It does something. We'll find out eventually. It's my hometown. The mountain winds carried my spores, and now we live here. It's not easy being green. Make sure you don't walk around in a dream, or you'll get lost. Having to spend each day the color of the leaves. Kermit the Frog. Why do we have to get weird sounding Kermit the Frog? Jim Henson should have just taken some Flintstone vitamins. Why'd you have to leave us with like this? Now Kermit the Frog sounds like, "Hi-ho, I am Kermit the Frog." It's not great. It's not great. I'm not saying my impression is amazing, but I'm not getting paid to do Kermit impressions. You know what I'm saying? Let's go see where the dream had opened up a passageway. You know what's something that, like, in my view, none of the Kermit the Frog impressions since the official Kermit the Frog voices have done well since Jim passed away was the warmth of Jim Henson's voice. I can't remember the name of the guy who did the voice right after Henson, but his voice just sounded too harsh to my ears. Here we go. Whereas Jim could play Kermit angry, but his voice has a lot of warmth to it, which they just don't capture. You bats! I don't like bats. I don't like bats. I guess I should stockpile gems again. You know, every time I see gems in this game, because they capitalize it all the time, I can't not think of the Genesis sound chip. And that's terrible. Okay, let me see. Which one was you would sing a song? Oh yeah, it was Bard. It was Bard. I'll sing a song. Transform PFP or turn off my camera. For your stream? I should get more avatars commissioned for little Red here. And then you guys can redeem something. And it'll change his clothes or whatever. We could have Beach Red wearing his swimsuit. We could have Office Casual Red wearing, you know, some nice clothing. We could have Christmas Holiday Red. It looks very similar to this. What does the Yellow Mage do? We don't... Well, only if it's snowing. They need to do a Cranky Kong style reboot for Kermit. Are they going to have just young Kermit be the new thing? When I hear Kermit, I think of MBMBAM, reference for Kermit the Frog and Ray Romano's 24-hour laser eye surgery place. Oh, I don't know if I know what that one is. That reference went over my head. Only when it's snowing. That one was just for you. Oh, a snail! There's a snail there, y'all. Anything else, or is that? I think that's it. Now let's go talk to that one little bit of snail. You think we'll ever see the quintet? What they do, a quintilogy where they got 3 games. Then they got 2 ActRaisers, and they got RoboTrek. Is that 6 games on SNES? You think we'll ever see those games re-released, all as like a quintet bundle, or maybe just their little Gaia trilogy? Where's the snail at? Is he in that room with that mushroom? I don't think so. Let's see. My wife was able to use magic at one time. Oh, honey, I could still use magic. Yeah, no, we did that. The Quintet Collection. I would love to see that. My brother and me. I don't think I've seen that. Glad the Goomba is gone. Oh, the Goomba, the Maui Goomba. What else can I say except? Oh, that's a thwomp, not a Goomba. Goombas don't really make a sound. They go like purr when you stomp on them. Nobody has the attention span for a quintet? What are you talking about? Quintet's 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure everything will be remastered soon. That would be nice, but yeah, unfortunately we have abandonware in our world, and licensing issues. Yeah. Well, and then also if we're including Grand Stream Saga, then that's 7 games. So a septet. Sounds like an Egyptian deity, septet. Modern Squeenix will AI upscale it and sell as NFTs now. You know what? Something I wish they would re-release is the Battle for Middle-earth games. Those are abandonware right now. Ah, sad story. Okay, so how do I get to the one snail that's inside of the place? Is inside a room all by himself. It sounds like a nightmare, honestly. Just a snail in an empty room by himself. I'm not sure where it is. Yeah, the odd thing is, Square was able to publish ActRaiser Renaissance, but ActRaiser is the only one of those games that's ever gotten re-releases because it was out on Virtual Console, I believe. But other than that, no Quintet game has ever seen a re-release. They're all stranded on their original systems. That's a darn shame. Yeah, ActRaiser Renaissance. Yep. Battle for somebody told me Battle for Middle-earth is abandonware. Let's see. Battle for Middle-earth. I don't think you can buy it anywhere right now. Let's see. PC just in general is really bad for abandonware. Like, I see some physical versions here. My PC wouldn't even play a physical version. Is there a large enough audience for the Quintet games outside of ActRaiser? I mean, it's hard to... was ActRaiser the most popular of Quintet games? Or did it create its audience through virtue of being re-released? Right? I know that there are quite a few fans of Terranigma and Illusion of Gaia and Soul Blazer. Certainly more than Uncharted Waters. And New Horizons got put on NSO, so I don't know why these aren't on there. Frank Chance was the composer for Battle for Middle-earth. He ended up winning a big award for the soundtrack. Nice. I really would love to play those. I really would. But yeah, I'm only seeing them physical. My computer can't run physical. If they're available digitally anywhere for purchase, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to emu that crap. Terra Enigma should have a good enough rep. Surely seems like it does. Stranded in the open seas. Yep. ActRaiser the most popular by far. And again, that's probably because it is the only one that's gotten a re-release. Makes sense, right? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Of course, that one would be more popular, you'd assume. But I don't know that it was even the best-selling of Quintet's games on Super Nintendo. Terra Enigma did not get re-released in NA. There's actually a massive petition that was created by the artist and composer for Terra Enigma to get it made and republished by Square Enix. So there was a bunch of people interested in it, even its own devs. It's a great abandonware website that keeps PC games quote unquote alive. Emu Paradise. Re-release of Terra Enigma was sold gangbusters here in the States. I mean, look, they sold Live Alive, a game that the original Japanese audience didn't even want. And guarantee the Quintet games have got a better reputation and more popularity than freaking Live Alive pre-launch, or pre-remake, rather. So they just need to get on it. Yeah, Live Alive is a terrible game. Awful. Like a bunch of Americans like, this is so good. I was like, there's a reason why the original audience didn't even want this. I bounced off that thing hardcore. It feels like an Octopath prototype. Okay, we need to find this snail. I never thought I'd say those words, but I don't know where it is. That's the problem. Not sure how to get there. Don't know where it is. I guess I'll just start re-talking to everybody. You play through the whole remake out of spite? I think I played like 3 of the chapters and I was like, so this is like, a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, it reminds me of like cheesy B movies. So I was like, I've seen cheesy B movies already, so I don't know why I need to play this. It was just like too cliche, too rote, too stereotypical. Did not care for it. There it is, over there. So how do I get over there? How does one get over there? Well, the jockeys are here and the race is finally finished. Really cool if you play for 30 minutes. The thing I couldn't figure out about Live Alive's design, too, is like the battles play out as if they would be a tactical RPG, yet there's like almost nothing tactical about it. Like in every chapter, I just spammed the same move over and over again, and it was totally fine. I didn't need to worry about placement, didn't need to worry about elements or really anything. So I'm like, why is this set up like a tactical RPG when it's clearly not at all? This passage leads to Underground Lake. No, how do I get to Snail in the middle? Does anybody know? Played an RPG out of spite. I kept playing a Nintendo out of spite, but turns out that was a bad idea. I mean, for a turn-based JRPG, I don't expect like a ton of strategy. But if you're gonna have me move on like a chessboard, like with isometry, I expect a little kind of meaning to that movement. But yeah. With the whole last chapter thing too, it seems like, it's so back-ended that the payoff is so late. You gotta muck through all that. You need to find the right hole to close to get to the snail. Like a portal or something. I don't remember that I missed one, but I guess it's not gonna be from somebody in the village. You just about talked to everybody at this stage. So we can go back and look real quick and see if we missed anything. I don't think it's going to be anything else here. Let's go this way. Okay, let's see if we can't find it. Let me know if you spy it. With the eagle eyes. What's over here? Nothing. I don't know why I just remembered this. I was once told by a personal friend when he found out I was reviewing video games. He was also a gamer. But he was like, I don't know why anybody would write or read video game reviews, because the reviewer's thoughts may change on the game over time. And I was like, that's very peculiar. Shouldn't the assumption be that when a reviewer writes a review, it's their thoughts in that point in time, and that there's no possibility you could write an opinion on anything that would suggest that is always going to be your exact opinion forever. I don't know. It was very anti-review for some reason. Not sure why. And I'm not sure why that memory popped in my head either. But it did, and that's all that matters. PG-13. Oh, what happened? Yeah, keep your brain in place there, Tempe. Tried to play Hoshi no Miru Hito. Ironically, but it was too painful. Yeah, it's a weird take. It's a weird take. I've met a lot of people who are anti-review, just in general. I've met people who have said things like, why does anybody write or read a review? There's nothing objective. I run into that all the time. And it's like, I mean, even if there was nothing objective, you can understand that. Let me put my shoes on. You can understand that a review is opinion and still find it useful. But that said, I do think that there are plenty of things that can be objective in a review, even aside from qualitative remarks. But if I tell you that there is a glitch in need of a patch, those are objective things. A patch is an objective thing that exists outside of my feelings. Like a bug in a game is an objective thing that exists outside of my feelings. It's not that hard. But if it's the kind of person who does not want to be told what to think, which is what people seem to think a review is, then don't read reviews. But that doesn't mean that they're useless. And I would also push back against the notion that a review is telling you what to think. That would be pretty Orwellian, I think, to have to phrase it in such and such terms like that. Just being thorough here. Let's see. His own opinion might also change on the opinion of reviews, right? Wild. There's 100% value in subjectivity. This is why reviews should be a balance of both. If a review is all objective, then you're basically reading the manual. Which I've read a lot of reviews that read like the back of the box, that read like the manual. They're just gameplay explanations. It turns out that's really boring to read. But you should give us objective information and subjective emotion about the games. In my view, that's what makes a review complete. A while back, finding particular writers where I understood their idiosyncrasies. You could dismiss and might click with it. Yeah, a good rule of thumb, I think, for reading anything is eat the meat, spit out the bones. Take the recent review from IGN for Mario Kart World. I don't know if you caught that. Dude spent 3 hours with the game and basically said the magic is gone because this is not Forza. There was actually a line where he was like, maybe because I'm a crusty old mid-30 something. And I was like, why is this, like, I get that there's, the subjective angle in reviewing, but that might be a little too subjective. Like, give me actual information on this game, because that's the reason why I'm reading it. I don't really care to know if you're a doom and gloom millennial who didn't like the fact that he's getting paid to play Mario games. That to me strikes just as a little off. Because it's not Forza, darn it. Might also be a dream on thing if you can't find a lair. Well, we're gonna be thorough. We'll check for the lair, and see if there's anything else. Let me see what else are you saying. This is all good stuff here. Like to see what things a reviewer did or didn't like. Yeah, for sure. And like I said, if there's a bug, if there's a glitch, if there's a crash, if there's an issue with the game, if a system doesn't work, the reviewer should tell the reader or the consumer of the review about that thing. If they do not, then in my opinion, they've done a disservice to the person consuming the thing. And they could be like, I like that the game crashes at the title screen and doesn't let you proceed with the $60 experience that you paid for. But I don't think that level of subjectivity is super useful. I think that just kind of ignores an actual issue that really does impact the experience playing the game. Let's go this way. I like it better when reviewers only review games in 3 genres they love. Oh, in 3 genres they love? Yeah, I think this kind of goes back to the whole Dean Cuphead review thing. I think that maybe we'll go here and work back. I think that having... Oh, no. Wait, no. Where? Yeah. I think that having, knowing a sense of where your strengths and weaknesses are, as a reviewer, as a writer, as a person who plays video games, is important. Like, I'm not great at first-person shooters, so I'm not going to review first-person shooters. It doesn't sound like a good idea, and I couldn't form a great, concise opinion on them, I think. 2 best friends play. One of the worst games of all time is coming to... What is this? Let me click on this. Oh. Densetsu no Kusoge? Kusoge.
Densetsu Kusoge desu.
Let's see. What else I miss? Alright, you just take care of yourself. I think there's value in reviews from non-enthusiasts. Live in transparency. If you're not a fan of the genre, tell me. Don't pretend that you are. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Somebody who loves Mario Kart should be reviewing Mario Kart. I mean, somebody who can competently... I'm talking about like a competence angle, right? Like, I can't competently play a first-person shooter, so it's not a good idea that I review them. If somebody can't competently play Mario Kart, that would be an issue. But I don't know if we should go on a basis of love or hate. I don't know. I'm unconvinced right now. It's like saying a movie critic opens a Marvel movie saying, I hate all the Marvel movies. What is that, like Scorsese? They're not cinema, something like that. Oh yeah, absolutely had that issue. Worked with a bunch of people who have told me it's difficult for them to review something like Final Fantasy because they love it too much. And that's fine. Don't review it. Don't attempt to review something that you love so much that you know you're going to ignore its real flaws. Like that game crashes at the title screen, right? Let's see. Don't really want an objective view from a random viewer. I want a review from someone who's obsessed with the genre and knows it like the back of their hand. But if they know it like the back of their hand, that's objective. It's objective. But you don't want it from a random reviewer. I got it. Keyword being random. Miss reviews that would average 3 out of 5 people's opinions and 1 reviews of high and lows. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. Red should not be reviewing Koei games because they don't like that style of gameplay. Oh, hang on. I wouldn't say I wouldn't like that style of gameplay. I would say that Nindo's trash and Uncharted Waters is stressful when you have chat breathing down your neck. Case in point, I was playing it this morning before we got Switch 2. It's all good. Not all consumers are enthusiasts, so there's value in getting opinions from non-enthusiast critics. That's a good point. Speculative people can recognize this sort of thing about themselves. All good stuff. That's it. Again, I love that we return to this subject so often in these streams. I'd love to continue to discuss the craft of criticism, the craft of game design. All that stuff is super interesting to me. Super interesting. There might not be a portal. It might be something else that I'm missing. Unless I got to come back at some point. Unless they just put a snail in a room that you can't access. Might look that up. Could be something there. Let's see. I don't remember this area so well, so maybe there's something here. Whoops. Wrong button. Oh, there. There we go, right there. Now, how does one get over there? Let's find out. A 1, a 2, oh, a 3. There were 2. There were 2. I'm glad that we went back to look. That was a great suggestion by Baron. Boom, baby, right there. I'm watching the world. Here, take this. Red received experience. Would you like to return the location of the Mountain of Souls? Presumably that doesn't help. Let's see. I'm an enthusiast, though. F the consumers. Well, there's your problem. Can we discuss the craft of craft? What kind of craft? Discuss the craft of craft? Like mac and cheese craft? Oh, I'll talk about that all day. You gotta stare down with a deer. The deer won. Okay, I don't know about going back here. Yeah, I want to explore this area a bit more, because that looks like that wouldn't have opened up anything back in the Mountain of Souls. So let's go ahead and... Hey, level up! Let's go ahead and try everything here. This was up there in the north, so we've got that covered. We can go back down skis and find out what else there might be. I did not see anything else in this area, but we did miss stuff. Yeah, staying on topic. The craft of the works of craft work. What? Goal-oriented. Oh, it must be irksome when... I'm sure there's plenty of things irksome about this stream. It must be irksome when I stop for just a while to talk about nothing. Who was it? I think it was Ray. My quickly becoming my good friend Ray. Kept trying to get me to shut up and play the game. Because once I get on a subject, that's it. That is it for me. I don't know. I think that was it. I think that was all that I missed. Appreciate the banter. I like banter. Pile of craft. Ray Barbano. I don't know. I guess we'll just check. We'll just check with a few other people here and see. But I don't know that there's going to be anything else. Equip the Dream Rod first, just in case they're sleep talking. I like how useless the Thunder Ring was. It was just like one really tiny spot. Hey, it's rare to see someone new. Please come into my room. Let's chit chat, bubby. I like their little hop. Yeah, how do I discuss them with you? Because I would like to discuss them with you. But that's all he has to say for himself. This lady teleports you. I did that already. This guy. You may overlook things. That's the guy who just runs around on the snail. Already can't remember where the snail was, too. Passages leads to underground lake loon. Now this guy was somebody who was sleeping. I don't know. Is there a walk-through wall? Let's see if we can't find where the snail is in the room by itself. And then maybe there'll be a secret wall. It is a punishment room. Literally, that's what a prison is. Nome. Or maybe Gnome. I don't know. Like Alaska. What is his daughter's name? Lisa. I wonder how she's doing. The snail inquired about you. There's a house in the desert. That's not relevant yet. That's where we gotta wait until we go to the next area. Oh, there's a mushroom dreaming. Didn't I check this one already? This is my hometown. The mountain winds carried my spores. Now we live there. There's nothing. There's nothing else. And if I wander too far, then he takes you back. And then that's it, huh? Yeah, he just stays asleep. Okay, well, where is that snail located, though? That's what I gotta figure that out. So I remember coming up over here. It's just the other side of the prison. He's over there. Is there a secret wall? I don't know. It doesn't look like there would be. We pretty thoroughly checked the dungeon area, right? Let me look it up. See if anybody else. Anybody else had this issue? Checking a let's play right now. Anybody else have any other ideas? There's the Dreaming Spore. Okay. Clearing this layer releases a snail in an area that isn't immediately reachable. Okay, according to this, there is a hidden passage right here. There it is. Yep. That's a little messed up. How did you get in? Here, I'll give you this. Red received the Master's Emblem E. Master's Emblem E. So we need to get the other emblems. If you collect 8 of these, you'll become an expert at magic. So there are probably some bits that I missed. We may use a guide at some point, go back and collect all those. I do not remember that at all. I don't remember the emblems at all, but we did it, and that's all that matters. I think that resolves everything in this area. I didn't recall any enemies that couldn't be killed or anything like that by the sword that I had, which is handy. That's a good thing. Let's see. You know what? I think we're gonna go ahead and sign out here. It is 3:15, and let me wish the whole lot of you a merry Switch 2 day. Let me see. I got anybody on here? Who's playing Switch stuff? Let's go to Jewel Streamed. Oh, right here. Nintendo Dads. Have fun messing around with Switch 2. You too, if you picked up a Switch 2, enjoy yourselves and have yourself a merry little Switch 2. See you next time.